Today, a good battle in the AFC North. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. Off we go from Pittsburgh. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran, still go, former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
He's got room to run right at the start, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17. And a very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He's got it! And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead.
Steelers nothing.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. And let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. If he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Yeah, he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and He's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
On the ground is Jalen Waller. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On 3rd down, Rodgers. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Results.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bengals offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They had that lightning bolt to open the game. The long touchdown. They'll try to build on the lead now. This drive begins 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
1st down, Cincinnati.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the 1st quarter.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
To throw is Flacco. He'll air one out for Higgins. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
This is going to be a Steelers 1st down as the tackle's made at the 23-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Steelers 1st down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if the hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 6. From the gun, Rodgers. Escaping to his left. He'll try to run for it. And Rodgers has done this long enough. Gives himself up at the end, but he's got a first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield. Nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
A run with Gainwell. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers will set up the screen to Gainwell. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Now 3rd down.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and a long way to go. In the shotgun, it's Miller. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Dax Hill, the former first-round pick, up from the secondary to record the sack.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense headed back to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Flacco. Pushed by Higgins, who makes the grab.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Throwing, Flacco. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. It's Bengals football here to begin the second quarter. They begin with a 3rd down and 3. Here's Flacco to throw. And that is incomplete. Andre Yosivach was the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And they'll be set up now. Past the 40 with that one. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
He's inside the 25, and he will score. Jalen Warren, touchdown Pittsburgh. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job, and back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Steelers will level things out at 7 apiece.
Chris Boswell.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Charlie Jones now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. Now Brown. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
For that play to work, Mike,
line.
you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Here's Flacco. We'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
to the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Flacco. In trouble, and down he goes.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Flacco to throw. Short one there to his tight end, Fan. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
This one complete to Higgins. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Here's Ryan Rico now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. Metcalf left side, he's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 33 yards.
At the 31-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Here's Rodgers. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Play action now with Rodgers. He's got his big tight end. Fire move. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. There's fans open right side. And we'll see where they spot this. Very close to a first down. He's pushed out just shy of the mark.
And inches at the 35-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll find Andre Yosibas. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 47-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd. They'll stop the clock. 24 seconds to go until halftime.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
Second and a yard. Higgins sent in motion. That's complete. It's Yosibon. And he'll take this one in. Andre Yosibon. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bengals will tie things up. We are all even at 14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Steelers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. That's caught right side. It's Fireman. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. So they'll have to pick it up on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
62-yard attempt.
That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. To throw is Flacco. This one complete to his tight end Fant. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one.
Evan McPherson.
3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, it's Williams. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll step up and run this.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. That's a Steeler 1st down.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
This is Warren. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. On the ground, Gainwell. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Down inside the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. And it's a big-time play for the Steelers. 31 yards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Warren is into the end zone. Touchdown.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead.
14.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is 10, 24-14. The work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. Ground, it's Brown. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
There on the tackle.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Flacco. He'll look underneath here for Brown. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
It's the quarterback with a sneak. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Throwing, Flacco. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
The Bengals out and ready to punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Steelers offense make their way out to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Second down, Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That pass to the sideline, nice job to bring it in and stay in bounds, but still short of that first down.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Flacco getting ready for the next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. To about the 36-yard line. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 29.
That pickup good for 29 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Chase. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Steelers' 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Brown, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Here's Flacco. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This to get back to a 1-possession game. this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Williams now to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now. That's out wide to Warren. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing, Rodgers. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, just one of those plays. There's just nowhere to go with the ball. He decides to try to make a run for it and extend the play. But unfortunately, the defense had him accounted for as well. Gets what he can, gives himself up, brings up 4th down.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense is going to get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Carry here for Brown. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
1st down. A gain of 31 yards. And a Bengal 1st down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Go with the drop play here on 2nd down.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. to the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he will score! T. Higgins! Touchdown, Bengals. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Here's Gainwell to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. And 10, it's Warren. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Austin brought in motion. First down for Aaron. Quick slap into the hands of Wilson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
A first down throw from Rodgers. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's another.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Again, it's Rodgers. That is caught at the 3. They'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd down, goal to go. They'll drop to throw. And he'll take it on in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will go up by 7.
Steelers 31, Bengals 24.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return starts from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The veteran Joe Flacco comes out with his offense. Down by 7. A minute 54 remain. They need a touchdown and an extra point to tie it. As they come up with 1st and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. Flacco to throw. That's complete. It's Yosibaz. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
At the 33-yard line.
They motion a receiver right. Here's Flacco to throw. There's Fant open right side. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
17 yards.
A gain of 17 yards. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
17 yards.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Now Flacco. Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Great job there defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
He'll get this one complete to Brown. Cincinnati. That's their second. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
A gain of 12. First down, Bengals.
Final minute, one timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Short one there to his tight end, Fans. And he'll be stopped short of first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He's got a receiver. It's Chase. So now the Bengals use their third and final timeout, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Flacco. He'll look underneath here for Brown.
Flacco's pass complete to Chase Brown. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.